supposed to go faster?
It is. I don't know why it's going so slow.
You gotta speed this thing up.
You can't interrupt it when it's going.
Check that out.
It's doing a beautiful job. It's pounding it.
Well, so we could stop it and have it start over. It's already been burned at the top.
No,
Or I can just shift the wood up.
It'll never line up.
No, shift the wood up then. Doesn't matter.
I'd leave it alone. It's almost there. Take a couple minutes. It should look better anyways because it's running on extremely high quality mode.
You know, I actually could see what happens when we actually do a light sanding on it.
I don't know why, but we're not getting any airflow.
Is it because that pump's totally empty?
I don't know. No, it didn't actuate it.
Is there a mute somewhere in this thing?
Wow, it's cutting pretty deep.
Yeah, let's just try and do this the real way.
Let's just leave it alone. It's doing a nice job. Look how beautiful it is. The laser pulse, it's awesome. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I'm amazed that this thing works, you know? Yeah, I think I know what's going on. What?
I think I know what's going on.
Don't mess with it.
I think the computer's frozen.
Don't mess with it.
I'm not messing with anything.
The computer would definitely be frozen. It's supposed to be. Touch the mouse, you'll crash it.
Okay. It's getting a lot of flare-ups.
Yeah, I noticed.
I see fire.
Yeah, I was using that too. The raining mode is different from the other modes. You can't interact with the computer.
I understand, but there's definitely no air in there. There's a lot of flame.
I know.
that thing's gonna burn the whole thing down. That's the problem. Is I don't know what sanding's gonna do. It might be worse. Oh, it's nice. You have the pressure pretty up too.
Yeah, it just doesn't have an actuator for some reason. Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Well, I don't know. I can't pause it. Oh, it looks like it hits the flower coming and skipping over. But the problem is, I think the burn marks are actually bleeding because it's the fire. That's why I wish we can get that air going.
It actually looks pretty good. It's so deep. I cannot believe how deep the passes are. It's
Fine.
staying clear of it. It's sucking down, which is good. I'll see if I can actuate it manually. Let's see.
Well, I think two things are going on. I think the power is too high on the laser, and I think it's not going fast enough.
I can turn it down a little bit over here. There's a manual turn down here.
What, the power?
Yeah. But I kind of want to keep it the same height because that's what it was cutting at.
Right, then we can just sand it.
Yeah. How much do you think is left? It's halfway, right?
Yeah, the problem is this half is all black. I was hoping to see if I could see the logo.
It's the same speed, black or white. So.
Oh, right. Well, less burn though.
Yeah. I cannot believe how deep the passes are. Yeah, you can't interact with it at all when it's in engraving mode.
I think it's only a third of the way through. That's the top of the flower.
Can you see the picture? Whatever, it's doing it.
Ooh, that's a bigger flame.
Well, if it ever just gets out of control, then just hit the space bar and it will kill it.
Yeah.
But it will never, you can't resume.
Oh, that you can't resume?
Cannot resume. There it is.
Yeah, take a look at this. I don't think it matters, but there's holes in the back plate over here. The middle finger one, top, one that's going like this.
Yeah, it's alright. It's not great, but it'll do the job. I think you can manually actuate the air by jumpering this thing.
One problem is if he likes it this deep, it's going to take forever to do 20 of these things. Go,
Yeah.
we would just have to control it. We just have to make the speed go way faster.
It's taking off 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, this power's way too high and the speed's too slow.
Well, hopefully it doesn't like it.
Recording sound.
Say what?
Recording sound.
Exactly. it smell bad?
Only burning wood.
It's awesome. Well, I'll have to do a little sanding afterwards.
Yeah. How
But
cool is this, though? This has been like a 4-year project for me.
it looks awesome. Oh, wow. Check this out, Jay. This thing is amazing what it's doing now. Look at that.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
It is sweet.
Yeah, see, it's deep enough that a quick sanding should be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dan just, I like how everything we're talking about is going to be on YouTube. Dan walked by me, drove by me. He's on like a bike, like heel to toe, like spandex, like biker guy.
Oh, nice.
There's a plume of smoke coming from the vent.
A plume.
You can see it. It was pretty clear.
It actually does look like smoke coming
Oh,
out
yeah,
of it.
absolutely. There's no question what it is. I mean, it stopped when I think it started getting to this, but you can see it.
So I guess the air removal system. It smells pretty good in here.
Trying to keep this down to 5. I've already burned through 2 gig of space on that.
Well, it's almost done. I think you did a good job. I set it for 600 DPI. So most of the time I do it in 300. So
Well, what do you think's control and why it's... What do you think's wrong in the settings that it's doing it so far?
I set it at 1 inch per second. It's supposed to be 10.
Oh, that's a big difference. But the power, too, still seems like that high.
Well, it's the same power level, but only going at 1 inch per second.
So can we try it down here with that 10 and see what the difference is?
Yeah, but I don't want to do it again unless I have to.
No, we'll take 1/10 of time. We'll take 1 minute.
Whatever. I'm hoping to only do this once. I got other things to do besides engrave this thing right now. I'm going to take a look right now. I want to see this little smoke coming out of it.
Well, it's not going to be that dark because there's not a lot of black, but you should see something. Do me a favor, for me.
What?
Let's just run it again right below it at the 10 per 1. I want to see what happens. We can always stop it if you don't like it. Because that'll be the real world scenario. I'm going to try and take the audio off this thing when I upload it to YouTube. I'm going to put it in Movie Maker.
much is left?
Unless the word brewing is in there, can't be a lot. Wish we could see it. Well, actually, we know the dimensions. It's more than a square, so it's going to be almost done.
It's running the edges right now. It's over. It's got to be very soon right now, if it's not right now.
The only thing I can imagine is the word brewing is going to come up.
Yeah.
Just because, well, the dimensions were 2 by 3, right? So it's more than a square. We got to be about, oh, is that it?
It's moving down. It's doing something else.
Look how slow it's moving, huh? There we go.
It's being really careful. It's doing it in pretty much ultra high quality. I love how the wood turns red as it gets hammered by the laser. Do you see how it's turning red along the grain? It's not something you ordinarily get to see. So I guess it is doing brewing. Well, so it's almost done.
Yeah. 10% left. We're just thinking like a percentage calculator on it.
I love how the laser tube is glass. It's just awesome. How you can just see right into it.
Yeah, is the water moving, by the way?
Should be.
I don't see the water vibrating.
Just don't mess with it. You would see it bubbling in here if it wasn't getting cooled.
I don't see that moving though.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. If you mess with it right now, then you could really break it.
Okay. Hey, the cable tie snapped off over here.
I took it off.
Oh.
Yeah, so there is brewing. I'm amazed I haven't broken this laser tube yet.
Oh God, don't talk about that. All right, now.
That's it.
Can we try doing another one right below it at 10 times the speed? Just see what happens?
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'll be asking you to do the same exact thing.
Thanks for moving the mouse. Still no air. Doesn't like air when it's engraving for some reason. It's definitely much faster now.
You think it's because the way it's pulsing the laser, that the air is going with that?
No. It's not turning the air on at all.
I feel like I should be sitting with a hairdryer pushing air into it.
Oh, it's not catching fire now. It's actually doing a beautiful job. Look at it.
Yeah, I can see that. That's really nice.
It's like literally obliterating the wood. It just like ceases to exist. You know?
Look at that. It's amazing.
Like it's not even burning it.
No.
It just ceases
In
to
the camera,
exist.
it looks like it was getting black until you said that, then I looked at it. Whoa.
It's moving. It's
Oh.
just going down to the next section.
The auto zoom was self-correcting when that paused, and now it's like, instead of on the wood, it's now on the head. I mean, on the air.
It's so neat how the grain doesn't cut as much.
So you know what's funny is? This actually could be a problem for him. Because now there's no black to actually show it.
Yeah, in a way the burning actually is good.
Yeah. But it takes too long. We can never do that.
so interesting how the grain stays. It has a really neat texture to
This
it.
is a funny one. When you cut through this, like how close it came to going to the other side.
Yeah. Had the power a little too high.
Funny when you cut this one though, there's nothing on this side. So either you had tinfoil in there.
I put tape. I put a piece of acrylic underneath it, so it cut the acrylic instead. It's interesting how that wood is actually turning into dust. It's just like gone.
What if it matters how old the wood is and stuff like that? Because, you know, newer wood has moisture in it, where this has been sitting in a warehouse.
More moisture would give it trouble.
Well, to me, I think it actually might give it more searing thing. Yes, sir.
Started to print, and then stopped. Paper, the little orange light for the paper was flashing.
All right.
So I pulled the paper out, grabbed some more paper because there wasn't enough. There were only like 2 or 3 sheets left.
Yeah.
Hit the print again and it printed like this.
Yeah, so let me cut each of them very well.
The camera can never actually see when it hits it because the head is always in front of it. All I can see is the flame that's there after a period of time. That's still burning after the head left.
Isn't it awesome how it looks 10 times better in the camera?
Looks pretty bad in the camera.
I think it looks good because it actually looks like the darkness. What if you turn the flash on? Can I turn the flash on?
Yeah, don't turn it on, it's just going to reflect like crazy. That looks pretty good.
You know what it was? I actually put the zoom up the black area.
definitely faster, but not a lot faster. The problem is the tool head acceleration is really low. So what ends up happening is when it reaches the edge, it pauses. And then, because it waits for the head to slow down before accelerating in the other direction. This head was designed to be really lightweight, so it could have a really high rate of acceleration. But this side of the head is really heavy, so it has to have a really low rate of acceleration. So when you're cutting, the two accelerations have to be the same for the shapes to come out the same.
Gotcha.
But when you're engraving, the tool head has to be way faster than the arm. So that's what's, I just didn't set this high enough. So it'll cut even faster than this. It'll cut a couple times faster than this. It'll just go. Bam, 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 bam,
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So if we do this again, it should be.
It'll be even faster, yeah.
I won't tell him that though. Oh, that lower one looks awesome. So what are those like lines? Just the way? Oh, it's the grains in the wood.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Send this to him tomorrow. I'm gonna have to upload it to my computer, take out the sounds, edit them together, put it on YouTube.
You know, the best part is the sound, really. You get to listen to what people have to say. You know, I think the one above looks way more precise because it's doing.
Yeah.
It blows away the grain. Even there, the grain comes out, though.
Right. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, hold this. I'm gonna do a quick sander.
Yeah, keep going.